So squamous metaplasia is a normal process where the cells in the cervix undergo transformation from one type of cell to another. It's not necessarily abnormal, but it is part of a normal regeneration process. Thankfully, the squamous epithelium was negative for P16 immunostaining. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I've been sharing with you all since my abnormal pap smear in late 2021. And if you've been following along, you know it's been quite the ride, filled with emotional highs, lows, multiple procedures, and some really tough decisions. About 7 months ago, I recorded an update in which I shared my journey dealing with cervical health. So just to quickly recap on that video, I underwent multiple pap smears and colposcopies and found out that my results showed atypical squamous cells, which were suggestive of high-grade dysplasia, basically a precancerous condition. It was a lot to take in, and at some points I struggled to fully understand what all the results meant regarding my health. Eventually, my doctor did recommend that I do a LEEP procedure, and I'll place the video up here somewhere regarding what a LEEP procedure is. So basically, it's a surgery where they go in and remove any abnormal cells. I wasn't ready to jump into surgery at that point. Again, I wanted to better understand my options and what the results meant. So as a newly graduated nurse midwife, I realized how complicated these decisions can be, especially since every person's situation is unique. Therefore, decisions like whether to repeat a colposcopy, waiting to retest, it all depends greatly on personal health history, including your abnormal pap smears and HPV status. So fast forward to October 24th of last year in 2023, I eventually did have the LEEP procedure done. I was so nervous to have it done in the office. I believe I have a high tolerance for pain, but my brain really, just the way my brain is set up and my anxiety level, I decided to undergo anesthesia and have the procedure done in the operating room. Thankfully, my mom was able to take me to surgery for that procedure. Anyhow, if y'all want any more information on how my LEEP procedure went, including the period immediately after surgery, as well as the recovery, just let me know. Comment down in the comments and I'll make a video. So after that LEEP procedure, I returned to my OB-GYN's office for a follow-up pap smear and colposcopy. So this time I actually received some of the best news since going through all of this. There were no signs of cervical cancer. My pap smear actually showed improvements, showing much healthier cells than in my previous tests. The results of that pap smear showed squamous cells, which indicated there were some abnormal cells in the cervix. However, it also showed low-grade squamous intraepithelial lesions. I also have a more detailed video on what that means. Basically, it's a term to describe abnormalities of the squamous cells within the cervix, and typically it indicates early changes in the cells which may or may not resolve on their own. And often they correspond with an infection such as HPV. LCL often corresponds to infection with the human papillomavirus or HPV. As for the colposcopy results, the pathology report showed small fragments of endocervical tissue with squamous metaplasia. So squamous metaplasia is a normal process where the cells in the cervix undergo transformation from one type of cell to another. It's not necessarily abnormal, but it is part of a normal regeneration process. Thankfully, the squamous epithelium was negative for P16 immunostaining. So this negative immunostaining for P16 is a good sign. In fact, P16 is a marker for high-grade lesions. So again, that was a good sign. And lastly, on that pathology report, it said no high-grade squamous intraepithelial lesions, or no HSIL, or malignancy was identified. That means no high-grade abnormalities or cancer were found. It is such a relief to know that after the LEEP procedure, there are no longer any high-grade lesions that are present. Although there were no high-grade lesions, still not completely in the clear. According to the ASCCP guidelines, the current recommendations for someone in my situation having undergone treatment for high-grade lesions does include returning for a repeat Pap smear at 6 months. After that, I will continue to be monitored regularly to make sure there's no reoccurrence of abnormal cells. Now, these guidelines, they help practitioners ensure that we catch potential issues and that we catch them early to prevent future complications. The ASCCP guidelines are based on years of research and is designed to offer the best management for women with abnormal Pap smears and HPV. In cases like mine, where there were some high-grade lesions, it is crucial to continue to follow up with testing to ensure everything remains under control. This entire process has taught me so much about the importance of advocating for your health and staying informed about your body. While this journey was filled with uncertainty, from the abnormal Pap smear results to the decision to proceed with the LEEP procedure, I've come out stronger and more aware of just how critical it is to follow the recommended guidelines. Therefore, regular screenings, staying proactive, and consulting with your healthcare practitioner are all key in maintaining cervical health. If you find yourself facing similar challenges, I do want to remind you that you are not alone. In most cases, it's okay to take your time to process your options and ask questions, or maybe even get a second opinion. I encourage all women to stay up to date with their screenings and take an active role in their health journey. Thank you all so much for following me on my health journey. I truly appreciate all of the support and encouragement from my viewers. If you have any questions about my experience or about cervical health in general, please feel free to drop them down in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated on more women's health topics. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.